Boy, am I excited today. Today, I want to share with you something that happened in my family. And back in the old days, we told a lot of stories. I can remember my mama and papa, my grandmother, we called her Dussy. And old Dussy would tell stories for hours and hours. Just as long as I would listen, she would tell those stories. And so I grew up with that Cajun heritage of storytelling. However, storytelling has taken on a bigger challenge in 2017, competing against social media, competing against technology. And because the society is much more mobile, in my day on a Sunday afternoon, it was kind of an unwritten thing that if you lived close to your parents, you would show up on Sunday afternoon and have a little visit. And so what I'm trying to do right now is having a little visit with all of my aunts and uncles, with all of my cousins, with all of the people that I share my life with, either locally inside of the borders of the United States or even beyond. But today is a special message because today we're talking about the events of August 5th, 2017. You see, August 5th of 2017 was a Saturday morning, and it was kind of a wet Saturday morning because the night before there was what we call an angry rain. An angry rain is when it's just pouring down so hard, unlike a sugarcane rain. A sugarcane rain is just a nice, soft, steady rain that's great for the sugarcane crop so native to South Louisiana. But on this August 5th, 2017, my 81-year-old and 4 months, 4 months, father, Herman LeBlanc from the great Ascension Parish, home of the jambalaya capital of the world. If you ever have eaten jambalaya before, eat it wherever you are and then come to Gonzales and Ascension Parish and eat what real jambalaya is all about. So on that August 5th, 2017, my 81-year-old is playing golf with myself, his only son, just not his favorite, but his only son, and just kidding. It was myself, John Cagnalotti, and Max Bourgeois. We're all native from Ascension Parish. So it's a par 3 golf hole, Pelican Point Country Club. Herman LeBlanc walks up to the tee with his spry 81-year-old self. He has a 9-wood in his hand. He gives it a good whack. It takes off pretty low, not extremely low, but it was a very well hit golf ball, and it had to be hit hard enough to actually make it through the wet, damp ground in the front of the green, and it makes it through the front of the green onto the green. And so old Marvin, he's watching exactly where the ball is because I can see it perfectly from my golf cart. And I start to yell, "Disappear, disappear." And the ball continues to go. And John Cagnalotti had already hit a golf ball about 4 to 5 feet from the hole. My dad's ball actually hits John Cagnalotti's ball, careens off of his ball, and for once, the ball listened because I was yelling, "Disappear." And y'all, it disappeared. Oh, man, fan, let me tell you, that's a special moment because a hole-in-one, there are professional golfers that play their whole life and never get a hole-in-one. And there was times, many times, my father has witnessed a hole-in-one, but he himself had not yet had a hole-in-one. Now, what I want to tell you is that as a golfer myself who actually taught Dad how to play, Many years ago, I made a decision, and the decision was that I would play all of my Saturday morning golf with my father. If he was able to get up and come play, then I would make sure that I would be with him, because I wanted to watch every single move he made, every breath he could take. And so year after year, we've had an opportunity to play golf. But had I made a different decision and decided to go play with golfers that were at a higher skill level than the group that I play in, I would have never witnessed my father, age 81 years old and 4 months, his hole-in-one. That is an unforgettable family moment. And as much video that's out there, of course I can't spend 4.5 hours on a golf course trying to video, because it would be very difficult. But in that moment, I had an opportunity to witness his hole-in-one. And he too, in previous years, had an opportunity to witness one of mine. Matter of fact, he ran up there so fast, because I didn't really believe that I had a hole-in-one. He went up there like an 18-year-old and grabbed my ball out of the hole. So that's a great moment. I hope you've enjoyed this family moment. And I want you to remember that although we don't spend nearly as much time writing in notebooks and journaling our lives, you can always flip on a video on your mobile device and catch a family moment. You never know how much that moment, and you sharing that moment with your friends, family, co-workers, and neighbors, might mean something just to them. So have a great day, and I wish you peace. I wish you love, and I wish you gumbo. Marvin LeBlanc from Ascension Parish. Have a great evening.